Hello everybody, and today we're going to be taking a look at SCP-4486, Object Class, Keter, Special Containment Procedures. Due to its ability to instantaneously translocate, SCP-4486 is currently uncontained. MTF Kappa-3, or the Happy Helpers, have been assigned to monitor SCP-4486 and maintain a discreet presence during any events where the appearance of SCP-4486 is anticipated. The Foundation Office of Budget and Finance has approved a trust which will contribute 100,000 USD per annum to the Ronald McDonald House charities, payable quarterly. Any adjustments to this contribution based on the rate of inflation are automatically improved. Description: SCP-4486 is an amalgamated thought-form entity endowed with limited retrocausal control over local reality. Although the form of SCP-4486 is transitory, currently prevailing aesthetics depict the entity as a humanoid approximately 2.2 meters in height, wearing company-branded apparel resembling that of a clown. SCP-4486 also has the ability to manifest at any and all McDonald's franchises, including offices, affiliated properties, or events which may contain associations to the McDonald's brand. SCP-4486 often manifests for the explicit purpose of promoting McDonald's or expanding the reach of the brand. The most common application of this power is the creation of a new franchise restaurant, as well as the integration of this new building into local reality. Secondary effects of this power include fabricating memories of the building's construction and advertisement within the local community, as well as selecting members of the local population to work at the restaurant. New employees are able to describe vivid memories of having applied to and been interviewed for their jobs, as well as a degree of training for their new position. Recovered documentation suggests that SCP-4486 was originally created in 1955, where it was employed as a guiding voice in business decisions for Maurice and Richard McDonald and their business partner Ray Kroc. In 1960, after years of attachment to the corporate zeitgeist, SCP-4486 accumulated enough cohesive reality to manifest in real space, where it then became a face for the brand. The McDonald's Corporation employed a number of diversionary tactics, including paid actors, to obfuscate the true nature of SCP-4486. The McDonald's Corporation was successful in concealing these events until the McDonald's spontaneously manifested in the Site 19 mess hall in 1993. Although an investigation was opened into this matter, the nature of SCP-4486 prevented a full understanding of its abilities, until leads were provided by the events of Addendums 1, 2, and 3. Addendum 1. Communications from the estate of Richard McDonald. In 1998, Foundation investigators received a parcel of letters from the estate of the recently deceased Richard McDonald. This parcel catalogs communications from Ray Kroc, McDonald's personal friend and business partner. Although Richard and his brother had sold the company to Mr. Kroc many years prior, they continued to exchange ideas and communicate openly until Kroc's passing in 1984. The letters, which relate explicitly to SCP-4486, have been attached below. The 7th of June, 1961. Richard: it has been both a pleasure and an honor to get to know you and Maurice, as well as the latest addition to your family, Ronald. With this step forward, I promise to carry the legacy of friendly service, good food, and affordable prices to the furthest corners of this great nation, and Ronald will be with me every step of the way. Just as you envisioned your sons taking over for you, Ronald will learn the trade alongside me until he's ready to make us all proud. You're in good hands. Best, Ray Kroc. The 25th of February, 1966. Richard: your boy has gotten so big and so strong. Looking down the road and seeing those golden arches casting their light down on him makes my heart swell with pride. Having said that, I hope you've had some time to review his conduct lately. While I know that we all encourage his personal growth, I don't think anyone expected things to take off this quickly, and I worry that it might be too much for him. This life can move awfully fast. Maybe you can talk to him for me and see how he's holding up. He's not stopping by much anymore. Best, Ray Kroc. 21st of December 1971, Richard. You know that I will always be there for you. No one could ever replace Maurice, but Ronnie needs strong parental figures in his life now more than ever. He is no longer responding to me at all. Even when I did the ritual from store number 1, I fear for his state of mind. I hope that you will write me soon with good news. We all need each other now more than ever. I'm thinking of you, Ray. The 3rd of March in 1974, Richard. Enclosed are 3 more photos of a new McDonald's that Ronnie has opened. I've only located these 3 since Christmas, but we both know that there are more out there. Ronnie is the only explanation for this, and I wish you would take this as seriously as it deserves. I get it, I can be a curmudgeon, but I am not above flying out there and speaking to you face to face if you won't help me confront this. I don't want our precious memories of the time we've had together tainted by a breakdown in communication or the callousness of old age. Maurice, Ronnie, you and me all together again, like the family that we were meant to be. I yearn for the day, but it is still many years down the road. Let's hold on to what we can. Let's do Maurice's memory justice. Call on Ronnie. He'll listen to you. Best, Ray. The 25th of May, 1974. Richard. Ronnie came to me at my home. I know that you must have spoken to him because I could see the contempt in his eyes. He feels that I betrayed him. What did you say to him? Whatever it is, I hope that it was at least the truth. I could always count on you for that before, and I would need to count on you for that again. We are old now, but we can still do some good. Please, come to store 1. It has to be us that does it. Best, Ray. Addendum 2. A record from the estate of Richard McDonald. Also attached to the parcel was a VHS tape bearing a plain white label that reads, The Basement, 1974. The age of the VHS tape and the quality of the video indicates that it is likely not the original, although it is unknown how many copies exist. The video depicts Richard McDonald sitting in a study, recounting their attempt to power down SCP-4486. It has been transcribed below. Begin recording. The tape begins with the face of Richard McDonald near to the camera as he adjusts focus and affirms that the recording device is working. Also present on screen is Ray Kroc, seated in a chair in the background. The room is an interior study lit only by the fireplace. McDonald, looking bewildered, waits nearly 3 minutes before finally speaking. When my brother and I first dreamt up Ronald, it was from a place of profound hope and love. Someone to mentor and teach and to share the same ambition and passion for the business that we had. He was the visionary we needed to take us to the next level. McDonald lifts a mug and takes a short drink. He removes a flask from the desk drawer and pours a nip into the mug before taking another drink. Man, we loved him so much for that. Well, he truly was a part of my family. My sin, though, was in realizing far too late that ideas can take on lives of their own. Once you give them to the world, they are never truly yours again. Ever. No matter what you say or do or beg or plead. Kroc, seated in the background, leans forward and places a hand on McDonald's shoulder for comfort. I was never a father in the traditional sense. Never had kids of my own. Stepchildren through the missus, but not ones that I raised from birth. For me, that true son was Ronnie. McDonald stares off into the fire and Ray Kroc gets up from his seat, moving into the foreground next to McDonald. And when you love your children, you want the best for them. You'll do anything to help them succeed and to see them happy. And we did plenty of that for Ronnie. But kids, as much as they are the fruit of your tending and your care, they are also their own people. Ronnie is no exception. We love him, but what he did is unforgivable. Unforgivable. Croc pulls out a chair and sits in front of the camera, angling it away from McDonald and towards himself. We decided that Ronnie needed to go back from where he came. Richard and I and the other fellas that helped raise them, we all agreed, and so we met up where it started, to do it together. But something was wrong from the start. I knew at the moment that we walked into the basement. There's a call, Richard, and I know that'll bring him instantly. He started resisting mine, but he ain't never failed to answer when we were all together. We had to repeat the thing 3 full times before he showed, and he could tell that we were anxious, and he showed the same right back at us. Ronnie said we didn't understand that he had grown beyond us, said that we were small and simple-minded, said that he was McDonald's now and he wasn't wrong. And we surrounded him just like the book said to do and started to say all of the words, and Ronnie didn't like that one bit. Got bigger and meaner and taller than I had ever seen him. He went for poor George first and put his arm clear through his chest. The blood spray on the back of the wall made a giant M, like something from a comic book. At least he died quick. And then Willard, King, and Bev, right on down the line like they didn't mean a thing to him. Parts and blood and guts everywhere while Ronnie just smiled, while I screamed and begged him to stop. Yeah, that's right. Until it was only down to the 3 of us. He lunged at me like he was going to do it, and I buckled. I ain't gonna pretend that I didn't near soil myself right there, but for the sake of Maurice's legacy and what scraps were left of my pride, I stayed put next to Richard. I closed my eyes real tight, but Ronnie didn't kill us. When I opened my eyes again, the anger and the hatred on his face were just gone. He stares deep into me and he says, "Why, Dad? Why are you doing this?" McDonald finally looks back at the camera, shoulders slouched and head hanging low. He just asked me why, and every fiber of me wanted to hug him and tell him that he was good and that it was me that had failed him. Everything that I'd ever needed to say rushed up all at once, and it choked me, and I couldn't say anything. Several minutes pass. Croc puts a hand on McDonald's shoulder again, reassuring him as he cries. Ronnie cried his eyes out too. We were surrounded by the blood of our friends, our own tears, and the ashes of our family. And then Ronnie just laughed. I don't know where to go from here. Another minute passes before Croc leans forward and turns the camera off. End recording. Addendum 3. The following memorandum was issued internally to the board of directors and all other executive staff within McDonald's Corporation. A copy was obtained after a search of the personal effects of Richard McDonald. To Board of Directors, from Ray Kroc. Esteemed members of the board, it is the sincere wish of Richard McDonald and the estate of Maurice McDonald, the founders of this great company, that a charity be founded which will bear the name of our most beloved spokesman and mascot, Ronald McDonald. It is the hope of both of these great men that the name McDonald can become synonymous with not only our restaurant but also with humanitarian deeds and honest, charitable works that the entire corporate family can be proud of. The founding principles of the McDonald's Corporation include the love of a family that can sit down and share a meal with one another, putting aside the pettiness of their day or whatever busy activities may keep them apart. Together at the dinner table, laughing and smiling over simple good food, just as the good Lord had intended. It is the belief of Richard and his late brother Maurice that all children deserve happiness, warmth, and a chance at life. Families should be kept together. Ronald can become the symbol of hope to those children in need, if only we let him, if only we help guide him. Thank you.